Hello everyone, this is Amir Dawala from PMO Bytes, and I would like to introduce QPUNCH solution which PMO Bytes have made as a smart project management solution, simplifying the construction project management. So what is QPUNCH? Basically, QPUNCH is a web-based platform which simplifies project management for different stakeholders which are involved in a construction project, which may be the general contractors, architects, and developers. It basically gives you kind of a one view for what is happening and gives like transparency of all the actions between the parties so that things can happen more efficiently. It helps you directly view plans, track issues, schedule tasks when you are on the field directly. It saves a lot of paper wastage, cut down a lot of deficiencies in the process, and directly actually you can without printing go to the site for an inspection and have all the drawings specifications retrieved from the system. It identifies any bottlenecks and it improves all over the handover process. A punch is basically in the final stages, handover stage, where actually kind of the contractor is trying to give off the site to the final tenant, and the inspectors, quality assurance guys are coming and inspecting the site and ensuring that there is no uh, leftovers or no work pending which was defined or planned part of the specifications, drawings, and was committed by the contractor. In this situation, whenever there is a issue found, it is called as a punch, or in UK it's called as a snack. Our application, we have named it behind this process as QPunch. You can see that there will be view planning options, issue tracking, and scheduling tasks. All three are possible part of QPunch. Mainly the features which the solution caters is it serves the construction project management. It has the punch list management, which I just explained. We are actually based in Qatar, so we are trying to get it a localized version which will have Arabic support. Ultimately, we are planning to have a payment integration. Initially, classical payment integration, which will trigger payments quickly when the work is completed, and eventually we are thinking to go towards blockchain also. Once the financial institutes are adapting this technology, we will be ready to merge this technology with our solution. QPunch is also planned to have augmented reality within it, so that with the real virtual tags also, the issue can be recognized in real time on the field. It will have third-party integrations to existing applications. So when you buy QPunch, it will be an adapter to your existing application landscape. It will have a reporting capability, and the whole solution is cloud-based. Now, rather than talking more, I will directly jump into the solution demo and demonstrate to you how the QPunch works. So this is basically the website qpunch.pmobytes.com. It just takes you to the login page. Currently, if you do not have a registration done for yourself, you can actually go ahead and register here with an email address, password, and you get a free trial for 12 months. As soon as you register, an email will be sent to you confirming your registration details. You have to activate. Once you activate your account, you can directly log in, jump to the login screen, and then log in into the system. As soon as you log in, you see multiple projects which I am involved as an admin in. So basically, this solution is a multi-tenant, multi-user application where you have many people who can be involved in many projects, seeing all their projects in one view. So these are like different dummy projects which we have created, And since I am a member to these projects, I can see all the projects, because as soon as I become part of the whole stakeholder part of the project stakeholder, I get a view of what is happening in each project, so I do not have to multiple times log in. Rather, in one login I see all my projects which I can access. Here is our daily business tracking projects as PMO bytes. Before I go to that, I'll just show you kind of a construction related project. So this solution is not only catering to construction project management, but if you have a day-to-day task management activities to be tracked, this is also possible with QPUNCH. So that we will demo once we finish the expansion of health center demo. So in this project, basically there has to be an enlarged partition and a havoc layout, which is to be catered part of this project as an end goal. Now this project, this is the initial view. Here as soon as you enter, you click on this icon to get your punch list management. Now this punch list is basically, we are kind of following a Kanban board where the lanes are defined. These swim lanes also are customizable as per your requirement. Once we have the solution into your enterprise and you feel that these swim lanes have to have more, or you have to have more swim lanes or have different kind of names for the swim lanes, this is possible. Now to add a punch, you click over here and you just type the punch name. So I'm just putting a test punch as my punch name. I click on add. Now it gives you kind of a number of the punch. It gives you when it has to be done. So what is the duration? If the duration is not defined, by default it says 1 second. It gives you an option to delete the punch if you did it by mistake, for example. You write a description. So this is to show how you can create punch. Okay, so once you write the description, you click somewhere else, it gets saved immediately, and the live status has been updated, that the change description has got changed. If you have certain messages to be given to the team related to the punch, you could actually type here, so the team gets kind of a notification. So any task which is, or wording punch which is going on, the team can communicate using this dialog box. So, this is a test. No actions required. And then you click save. So the team will automatically get this message. There's no actions required, it's a test happening. Who it has to be assigned? There can be multiple members, companies, contractors, who can actually assign it to the subcontractors directly. When you assign it, actually we could have an option to give a notification via email even to the party who is assigned. So even if he doesn't log into the system, he gets a notification that a punch or a task has been assigned to him. What is the priority or any other labels? So if you have a different label, even that is possible to assign, and you can color code it. So usually you would have labels to define priority, labels to define areas of work, labels to define business units, and accordingly you can actually define and kind of tag a label to your punch. Category, where does this punch actually what does it relate to? So this kind of categories you can create. So if it's a MEP work, for example, you select MEP work, and then what I said, that you can actually don't need to take any drawings, anything uh, on the side with you. When you see a punch, you can directly link to a drawing that this punch is related to this drawing. So whoever actually picks up the punch, whoever is assigned, can relate back to the drawing. Similarly, he can actually link a drawing also back when he's responding to the punch. So all this communication based on drawings, specifications are possible part of this solution. Just let me check the label is assigned. Yeah, it's assigned. Alright, due date, when is it due? Basically, you select the due date, manpower, how many people would be required to finish this punch. The cost of the punch can also be recorded as an estimate. Yeah. Then finally, if you have a photograph linking to the punch, you can actually kind of link a picture even to the punch, just showing that this is what the issue relates to. If you have kind of a video which you want to show, that is even possible. You can link a YouTube video directly with the punch. So for example, so let me just go to videos and select one of our videos, for example this one. Oh, it's going to the page, sorry, YouTube. Alright, so this is one of the YouTube videos we have. So this is the whole link of the video. Go back to QPUNCH.
While working over my quest to use technology to make project management processes smarter.
Okay. So just the tag of the video should also be enough to display the video. And if you want to move or copy the similar punch, move it to a different swim lane. This is possible directly from here, or copy it as a duplicate, same punch with same details, need to be done twice, that's even possible. Close the punch and you see it here. So all the details have been recorded. You see first the green color has come in because we put the label part of as a green color. We remember we said different and we put a different label. The description is there, the assignment is there, description is there, the plan is assigned. Let's check if the video is there. Yeah, the video has also come through, and you have the image. So suppose Mr. Tausik logs in, he can see all the details, part of the punch. He starts working on the punch, he moves it to progress, yeah, and then he starts doing something about it. As soon as he's completed the work, he will move it to result, yeah, and after that he doesn't have the authority to move it to close. So as a project manager, you will have to log in, you have to check if all the details related to the punch have got actually resolved, things are fine, whatever the work was defined has been completed as per expectation, and then you move it to close. At this point, a payment cycle can be triggered if the system has that capability defined in it. This is how actually you manage a punch within our system. Now once this is done, if you want to search, for example, if you're working on a punch and you've lost it, you forgot what was the name, you just remember kind of label for it, then you just go hash high. So all the high priority punches will be shown low. Let's try different. Okay, smoke. Search is somehow not working. So there is an issue in the search. You need to see what's the problem. Show all high priority issues. Alright, so at the back of all this, what is happening is generating kind of dashboards, which is very useful for management. So here you see different kinds of reports have come through. This one shows overall status, how many in new, how many in progress, and how many closed punches. Overall 33 punches, out of which 4 are new, 22 in progress, 7 have been closed. Then it gives kind of a daily status against overall pending, which actually constitutes to new, assigned, and progress together. So, and then it shows kind of how many, if you have against that resolved or closed or pending, sorry, or assigned. This is kind of a donut view of the same thing. It gives kind of an overall 33 punches, how they are distributed. Yeah. What stage is each one? This shows like a monthly view that shows month by month how are we performing. In this month, November, we didn't perform that well. We have a lot of actually we have a lot of open new assigned ones against the closed resolved ones. So lots to be do rather than done. Due shows you like what is due today on you, and kind of a timeline which shows how things are progressing in terms of each time. If you want to invite the users to act on a punch, you just send an invite, test, test. So whatever the role of the user is, send an invite. Once the invite is sent, the user will receive a notification over email. He accepts it, he becomes part of the project. This is an area where you can actually add more plans and tag them as required to search it quickly. So we were drawing related to the hospital. You just put the path, So plumbing drawing, for example, you want to add a tag, ceiling, and then you create. Okay, so this is pretty much it, how you go about. Let's see if the drawing has been added. So we named it hospital. Here is the drawing. Okay, this is all the discussions related to the project. You would see it here. Back to the punch list management. Now punches usually happens in different ways on the side. This is an example of a punch. Here the water pipe had to be coming from the middle, but somehow contractor did it in the corner, which is not usable, and it's not as per the specification. So this has been recorded as a punch. When he fixes it, he has to get it here, and then accordingly he can sign off his work and claim his payment. Otherwise this will be stuck. In this punch actually he had to do kind of a cleanup, which he didn't after the work, and that's why this punch has been recorded. I said that we have the software to be used for daily work, so it's not just kind of construction punches. If you have a different project where you're just doing task management with your staff, even that is possible. Like here you see that we have our own initiative as PMO Bytes, running different day-to-day work and tracking ourselves, actually using QPUNCH, which is very effective because we know in one view what is pending, what is in progress, what has been assigned and not taken as action, and what are in our backlog. So new is all our backlog. So we have to go for QGrab marketing, which we haven't assigned to ourselves. We're thinking about this as a task. We don't have bandwidth right now to who to assign, and it's been kept as a backlog. Once we have the sign cleared off, we can actually move it and assign it to one of the person team members who's actually got some bandwidth. Certification page needs to be updated. This is an operation task which needs to be done, has been in progress, has got 12 days to complete. So this is how actually you can track non-construction related tasks and projects, also part of your punch. And then you see the same kind of reports, which also could be analyzed, like a lot of things happening in progress, which needs to be seen, like 52%. Why is not moving to closed, and accordingly worked out. Maybe more resources are required, maybe the team needs help, and accordingly an action can be taken. October month has been very good, that we have closed more than what we had in progress or assigned or new, which is a good sign that the team is performing well. Even September the same. August was like a neutral month, so this all can be analyzed using reports. This is pretty much it in terms of the features of the system which are ready right now. Obviously the solution is in beta, and you would encounter certain features which are not working, which are in progress coming through. Plus if you find any issues, you can always report back to us. We will have it fixed in very shortly, and this is pretty much it. This is what the solution does. Thank you very much.